Hey guys, it is hot as hell out here. What happened to fall coming in? I mean, we got these damn leather seats, and ooh wee, when you get in the car, it's a hot mess. You can cool them off, but by the time they cool off, shit, you know. Hold on, y'all. Let me put my seatbelt on. I was trying to see if I had any mail. Ooh, look how dirty my console is. And that's my fault. I call myself wiping everything down with some Clorox wipes, and they were very linty. So I need to come back out here with some Armor All, but it just be too damn hot. Why? I know Martin was talking about how hot it was in Ohio. My car is saying that it's what, 93? I believe it's hotter than 93. And then it was 92 when I got in the car. Now it went up to 93. So how did the air outside change 1 degree? Oh, I cannot keep doing this. And I mean, it is hot. It ain't a little bit hot. It's like you walk outside the door and start sweating hot. And that big old plant that I bought, I need to repot it, but it just will not cool down. I guess I'm gonna have to get up this weekend and repot it early in the morning, because so I was gonna try to see if the heat index goes down before it gets dark this evening, but the way it's looking, I don't think so. I don't think so. See, this is why I can't go to hell. I cannot. And they talking about eternal burning. Oh, no. No. I can't do summertime in South Carolina. Look how linty that wipe did, man. Nothing but lint. Oh, there's certain things that I need a husband so as to be a full-time job for them. Is cleaning the car and taking out the trash. I hate doing both of those. I'll take the car to the car wash. I had a guy that came, he was a mobile detailer, but he was charging me $75 to do my car. I'm wondering, I don't know how much he charged me for this SUV. I might need to give him a ringy dingy and see if he's still doing that, and see how much he would charge me, so I can get it at least a good cleaning, and I try to keep it up. Have any of you all heard of muscadines? I love them. I cannot believe how much they cost nowadays. There's a place down here that you can pick your own blueberries, and apparently you can pick your own muscadines. I never see when they're open. Maybe I have to see if they're open tomorrow, because I'd like to go and pick me some, because the ones in the grocery store, they be tripping. And they come in green and like a blue-black, I guess more like a blackish red kind of. They're like a cross between a plum and a grape kind of, because the skin is tough and the inside is kind of like a grape. The inside is like how grapes are, but the skin on the outside is tougher than a grape skin. So I don't know if they're in the same family, and the skin on the outside is kind of tart, but it's actually good. I like eating it. A lot of people don't. They just bust it open and eat the insides. But I like the outside. I like that little tart sweet thing going on. But yeah, on my way to pick up the grandbaby. I am the granny taxi. Yeah, the granny taxi. He actually gave me a kiss with his little bad self. And normally he be fussing with me. He actually gave me me a kiss yesterday. Whew. I'm thinking about trying to go live this evening, y'all. I'm not gonna work this evening. We were pretty caught up anyway. Why is there a school bus on the side of the road? I wonder if it broke down. And I just don't feel like it. I've been jumping, and I've been getting plenty of sleep. I don't know why that was. I am intermediate fasting. Child, I was so lightheaded today. By the time I ate something, I was like, am I going to faint? Like, what is this? You know, it's sort of like fasting. If you're ever a person that fasts, like the church I used to attend, we fast every month, 10 days. Usually like the first 10 days of the month. And for 1 year, we did the Daniel fast. And I don't know if any of you have heard of the Daniel fast, but you're eating like they ate back in the Old Testament and New Testament times. So you're eating a lot of grains and beans, and there was no meat. I think you could have fish, but it couldn't be fried. I think that was it. Because I even got, at that time I was married, I even got my son and my ex to eat vegan hot dogs and hamburgers because they was missing having meat. It didn't bother me any. But yeah, I used to make my own what they call it, like the granola mix with granola, flax seeds, raisins. You see, the raisins, after you go like about a week, stuff that you were eating that has sugar in it, by the time you finish that 10-day fast, everything seems so sweet. So even as time went on, the raisins seemed like they were really, really sweet in my little trail mix. That's what it is. Because I used to use that to snack. You know what? That's what I should do for my intermediate fasting. Tomorrow I'll go get me some stuff to make me a trail mix. Didn't even think about that. So yeah, I ate Greek food yesterday. It was actually, I did my own creative bowl, and I had lamb and a little bit of chicken on top of super greens with cucumbers, red peppers, and feta cheese. And I had balsamic rice with black lentils. I actually like the black lentils versus the green ones. Yeah, black lentils. And then I had hummus and tahini sauce on the side. And the other one, like they have in the, if you get a Euro, the tzatziki, something sauce. But it was really, really good. And I had eaten half and was full. So I just ate the other half later because I ate that around lunch. And so I just ate the other half for my dinner. And yeah, I didn't feel heavy and bloated and no indigestion or any of that. So it has just seriously got to the point that I have got to get some of this weight off, if not all. And oh my God, I didn't realize how hard it is to get it off. It's a lot easier to put it on than it is to get it off. So that is my goal for the rest of this year going into the next year. Yeah. So how's everybody Friday been? Are you having a fabulous Friday? Y'all know what I did all day. And yeah. Yep. My hand getting a little cold in front of that AC unit. So I'm coming up out of this country. That's what takes so long to get anywhere. Oh, I'm running a little behind. It's 4:27. It is one, we call them roads, not streets, but same thing. One way in the main, there's one main street, I'm on it. And then there's some side streets. But if you don't know what you're doing down here, you will be lost. Because oh my God, when I first moved down here, I know one day we had a really bad hurricane that had come, you know how that had came through, and we had so much rain that it overflowed the dams. Now this is what got me. There are neighborhoods where people have spent, you know, $500,000 and up for their homes because they're on the lake. Come to find out, they're not lakes, they're actual dams. And they're owned by private owners. And they're supposed to keep them up. Well, when we had that hurricane come through and we had all that rain, they overflowed because a lot of them had not had maintenance. And it was like a succession. The way the town is, a lot of those neighborhoods that have the lakes and stuff are built up because it's actually on property that Fort Jackson used to own, and it was a bombing range out there, which was another thing people didn't realize, that their $500,000 home was built on top of a bombing range. So when they're out there, they would be out there digging gardens and, you know, making playgrounds for their children in the backyard and digging up pieces that from bombs. It was crazy. So because they had built it up, when the dams overflowed, it just came downhill. And I'm sort of like down the hill because I'm like by the swamp. So yeah, everything overflowed. Matter of fact, the town I live in, the bridges, which are another thing that are owned by private owners because they own the dam that's around the bridge and there hadn't been maintenance done on it. So they were all washed out. We were literally stuck in our town because there was no way out. Because the water came rolling down. It did so much damage. It was just crazy. So during that time when we were able to finally get out, you had to take the back roads, which I knew nothing about. I only knew one way to get in and one way to get out. Because I don't think I had been living down here maybe two years, maybe a year. But I mean, I just took the main road. That's what I knew. So one evening, me and my stepson, we went, I think we went to get pizza. I think he wanted pizza, so I took him to get pizza. And on the way back, we had to do a detour. And I ended up on another side of the town that I didn't know where I was because it's so rural. And then it started to get dark. And and there's no lights now. There are no lights down here, so if you don't know where you're going, and you ain't got no GPS, so I started panicking. So I'm calling my ex and I'm like, I'm lost, it's getting dark, I don't know how to get back to the house. And he was tripping on me. He was like, Deborah, why don't you just have Cam put our address in his phone and y'all can just map it back home. I was like, oh my gosh, I done got all panicky and anxious and stuff and didn't even think about putting my address in the phone so the Google Maps could take me back home. It was crazy. Alright, I have been on here almost 15 minutes talking about absolutely nothing. So I think I'm going to be talking to you guys live because I do owe you a 10 for 10 for 10 this evening and I feel pretty good, so I don't feel tired. So yeah, let's do that. And I will get off of here now because like I said, I ain't been talking about nothing. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.